this is it. 6 quarterbacks all drafted to be the future of their franchises. But forget potential, because this is about right now. Who's ready to win in 2025 and who's all about to fall far behind? In this episode, we're ranking every second-year quarterback based on how well I think they'll perform this season. Now, we're not talking long-term, not who has all the tools. This is about production, efficiency, and who's going to lead their team to the playoffs. So, let's dive in. And while we do, I want to hear who are your top 3 quarterbacks going into 2025. Let me know in the comments. And to start off this list, we got to go with the reigning Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jayden Daniels. I mean, this dog went crazy last year in year 2. He had a rookie season that we've never seen before. He ended up being like a top 5 fantasy quarterback and easily close to a top 10, if not a top 10 quarterback in real life. And just to look at his rookie season, like this shit was insane. He averaged 66 plays per game, which I'm pretty sure was number 1 in the league. He was 6th in third down success rate. As a rookie, that's phenomenal. Even not as a rookie, that is great stuff. Not only that, this man was deadly with his legs. He had 90 scrambles last year. The closest to that was second place with 61. Like, this man wasn't just a runner. He was easily a weapon. Now, I know people say Cliff Kingsbury was very college-based, so despite the RPOs and screen-heavy setup, his film still showed patience, middle field aggression, and he had a command of that offense. So whether you like the offensive scheme or not, the man knew how to run it. And he was able to throw with elite anticipation last year. That's one of his biggest skill sets, in my opinion. And if you don't believe me, go watch that 90-yard touchdown to Terry McLaurin if you doubt it. Like, this man's definitely got anticipation skills. Now, this offseason, dog definitely got some weapons. They traded for Debo. They got Laramie Tunsil now at left tackle. I mean, if the defense can just show up like at all, this team is going to be even more dangerous than it was last year. And that's why Jayden Daniels is the number 1 on this list. And coming up at number 2 on the list is Caleb Williams. Now, Caleb's rookie year, it wasn't great. I mean, it wasn't all for reasons you would think. Did he take some bad sacks? Absolutely. But Chicago surrounded him with chaos. Offensive coordinator and head coach got fired mid-season. There was a dysfunctional line. Did I mention he got sacked 68 times? Drop routes, busted protections. I mean, this dude was basically in 3rd and long all year. And despite all that, the tools, the torque, the touch, he was the worst graded QB on deep balls per PFF. But the tape doesn't lie. There was tons of miscommunications, drop balls. It was just a horrible, horrific offense. But enter in Ben Johnson, one of the masterminds in the NFL, if not one of the best offensive minds in the NFL. This man turned Jared Goff, yes, Jared Goff, into a freaking assassin. So now you have DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, Cole Kmet. You also added in Luther Burden, Colson Loveland with your first 2 picks this year, and you upgraded your line to being the 4th best offensive line according to PFF. Like, look, everything is in your favor right now. If this doesn't work out, then go ahead and throw the bust label on him. I get it. But I'm betting on that it does. He's too smart. He's got way too much talent, and he was drafted overall number 1 for a reason. So hopefully he gets some rhythm, and we can start to see this offense move. Coming in at number 3 on my list, I got Bo Nix. And I know I can already hear people saying it now. Oh, that's not a sexy pick. That's not flashy. Yes, Bo Nix wasn't that. But he was maybe the most stable in terms of a 2025 outlook. Why? Because he's been perfectly constructed in this ecosystem, molded in the eyes of Sean Payton. And that's why he had a 1.9% turnover-worthy play rate last year, which was elite. And yes, his check down rate led the league, and I get that. But that wasn't a bug. I honestly think that was a feature. Like, smart football, quick decisions. And that's exactly what Sean Payton was looking for in his rhythm-based system. And guess what? Bo fit that system like a glove. Yes, he missed some deep shots early. Yes, the intermediate range was underutilized, but the offense was designated to be that way, and guess what? Who cares? It frickin' worked. Denver ended up tying for 9th in total touchdowns last year. Like, that's incredible for a rookie quarterback at the helm. And now the supporting cast has gotten much better. They got Evan Ingram. They just drafted R.J. Harvey and Pat Bryant. Guys who fit the scheme, and I think they can create yards after catch. So to say all that, this year's version of Bo might actually look even cleaner, sharper, and more productive. And that's why I have him as number 3 on my list. Now, coming in at number 4 on my list, I got Drake Maye. Now, Drake Maye is probably the biggest wild card here. He had literally nothing last year. I mean, just like Caleb Williams, his OC was fired. His wide receivers had 0 separation. It may have been negative at this point. And his O-line was horrible, like straight dog doo-doo, and he had constant pressure. And with all of that, he still flashed legit star traits. Now, this dude was killer with his legs. He was 4th in EPA per scramble. And not only that, his arm talent was real. Like, he had some sideline throws. I'm like, chef's kiss. And not only that, did I mention his offensive line was horrible? Because of that, this dude played tough. He'd hold on to the ball until the last second until this dude would get freaking drilled on his chest. I'm like, relax, bro. We need you to last a long career. But even with that, there are some certain things that he does need to clean up. Needs to clean up his blitz reads, and I think he needs to speed up his processing. But all of that comes as being a rookie. So nothing that he can't improve on. But when you've got that kind of raw power and athleticism, like, you can wait on the polish. Now, the OC did get fired, got a new head coach coming in here, but what's most important is you have Josh McDaniels coming in as the new offensive coordinator, and I know he wants to run him. I'm expecting more design QB runs, and they need to do that to let Drake cook with his legs until the weapons develop. So, you're not getting weekly fireworks here, but you're getting a steady breakout candidate and a major wild card. And if he hits his ceiling this year, or at least a ceiling for a second-year quarterback, he could easily see himself jumping up to number 2 on this list. At number 5, I got Michael Penix Jr. Man, as an IU alum, I loved watching this man play, especially for my team and also for Washington in college. And this dude is still exciting to watch in the NFL. He is a rocket launcher. Now, that is good news, but it's also kind of a problem. His 11.5 average depth of target and 10% big-time throw rate led rookies by a mile. So this dude can definitely chuck it. But so did his volatility. When you're watching him, like, his mechanics are all over the place. And, yeah, some of that is expected as a rookie. Like, his ball trajectory would be flat. Sometimes he would throw lasers, but sometimes he wouldn't throw it to the right guy. And he still doesn't move that much, which was surprising. In just 120 dropbacks, Michael Penix only had 4 scrambles, which is wild in the modern NFL. Still, he's on an offense with Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Darnell Mooney, and Kyle Pitts. I had to throw Kyle Pitts in there. Let's see if he actually does something this year. But this offense is built to give him clean looks off play action. And if they keep him on script, I honestly believe the ceiling could be wild. Like, it could be so high. But if it turns into backyard ball, I mean, good luck. Brace yourself. I'm calling him the off-brand Thursday night Jameis Winston. He's basically the private label version. You're either going to get 3 touchdowns or 3 what the fucks, and that's what makes him most exciting to watch. So he may be 5th on this list, but from an entertainment value, he's definitely number 1 for me. And to cap off the list, we have JJ McCarthy coming in at number 6. Look, I like JJ at Michigan. He was composed, accurate, under pressure, and he made great decisions on 3rd down. But in 2025, he's walking into a Sam Darnold blender because last year, the Vikings were hyper aggressive. 35 passing touchdowns, 68 deep shots. They were explosive as hell. And now you're asking JJ to come in there to replicate that? Yet he hasn't played it down in the NFL. I don't know. I'm just saying I'm skeptical. Yes, the offensive line's better. Yes, Jefferson, Addison, Hockenson, they're all elite. But McCarthy might steer this into a check down and safe throws type of offense that sacrifices some of that big playability. I will say he's probably more efficient than Sam Darnold, and he might be more reliable. But he's also less dangerous, and that could really cap his weekly upside unless Kevin O'Connell leans all the way in. And again, this man has not played a snap in the NFL, so it's very hard for me to not have him anything but last on this list. So that's my rankings: Daniels, Williams, Nix, Maye, Penix, and JJ. But now I want to know your order. Who's the top 3? Who's the sleeper? And who's the fraud of this group? Look, this class is wild. 6 guys who are all going to start probably the whole season. They could change the course of their team's projections. But only one is finishing 2025 as the breakout star. So who do you think it's going to be? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more content like this, please like and subscribe. I cover everything NFL, NFL news, NFL rankings, NFL player transactions, everything far in between. If you want more content like that, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm out of here. Peace.